the beginning path for a lot of people can be confusing and overwhelming. And all I can say is if you stick with it, and as you're saying, Rick, find groups, find uh, um, your tribe where you can have these conversations. Where my feeling is, I feel like we're all on this walk together. All on this walk through time, and some parts are steeper and rockier than others, and some are great. And wherever you are, to my feeling is, I don't know it all. Well, I know what my experiences are. I try to share as openly and honestly, as accurately as I can. So I'm going to stick a hand out to the person behind me and say, "Here, come on up, go ahead of me." And the person up ahead's going to stick a hand back and pull that person up ahead again. So I feel like we're all trying to find our way through this walk through time.
Yep. You're kind of echoing Ram Dass here. We're all walking each other home.
Yeah, yeah, I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. And it is a lifelong endeavor. I think it's important for people to understand that you're not going to take some ayahuasca journey this weekend and be done with it. And in fact, if you take them every weekend, you're going to be regressing. I think of it as just not even a lifelong journey, a multiple lifelong journey. And but that's not a problem. It's not like there's some kind of goal that you're going to be miserable until you reach. The
But
goal is
you
all along the path
that because you've been spending your life
doing
on
this.
that. But for somebody starting out, who is still very much in that pain state, who the motivator is to remove the pain, not an acceptance of this is a lifetime's journey. Their catalyst has an urgency that maybe yours and mine doesn't have anymore in the same way.
Well,
And
but we
so
did have, you
we
know?
did have, sure.
Yeah.
And so for that person, you know, that's where it gets tricky and where there's more of a danger of grasping of, this looks shiny and new, or this looks good, or this teacher is promising me that. And there isn't the experience yet to discern, to know what's going to help you and maybe what's going to hurt you. And so that's where I would say, uh, somewhat go by feelings if you've done a lot of work and you're clear on your feelings, but to really find those people, whether it's through the internet or wherever, who, um, you know, they're doing good work. They've been around forever. There's no bad reviews about them. There's no scandals. Those are the people that you want to be following and
Yeah,
have.
that's really important. Yeah. There's some nice quotes about this. I mean, Jesus said, "Seek and you shall find, knock and the door shall be opened." And the Gita says, how does it go? No effort is lost and no obstacle exists. Even a little of this dharma removes great fear. So you take a step, and and if it's a step in the right direction, there's probably going to be some positive feedback. So take another step, you know. And
I'm sure you know the story of the Chinese farmer.
oh yeah, you want to tell it?
Yeah. So, this Chinese farmer and, his horse runs off, and the neighbors say, "Oh, what bad luck." And he says, "Perhaps." Every version is a little bit different. And then the next day, the horse comes back with a herd, and the people say, "Oh, what good luck." And he says, "Perhaps." And then the son rides one of the horses and falls and breaks his arm, and the neighbors say, "Oh, terrible luck." Army comes, and the son doesn't have to go to war because he's got a broken arm. Great luck. So I look at life this way, perhaps. It's all it's all is, and it's all teaching us, and we're growing from all of it. And if we can get away from this is good or this is bad, or, this terrible thing happened to me, people who get attached to all of their pain and suffering, or people who define themselves by, certain cultural, what are norms today that really is not the way either. It all just is. So for a person starting out who is feeling impatient, is in pain, is grasping, is vulnerable, to that person, I say, take 3 deep breaths, do your research, talk to other people. Don't dive in head first. You could be diving in the shallow end and crack your skull open. So, it because it is such a broad subject, and it's like, going to the supermarket. It's all there, and it's, a lot of it's good, but, some of it's spoiled. So just do your due diligence before you jump in.